mean tonight? The semifinals are tonight. This is my 6th draw in 2 days. I'm just trying to keep it together up here. So we've got Karsten Sturmay, Team Alberta 1 out of the Saville Sports Centre in Edmonton, and Team Calvert Manitoba 2 out of Deer Lodge Curling Club in Winnipeg.
Good job, buddy.
And of course, if you were here with us yesterday, you would have seen one of the most bizarre first ends of all time. One of the craziest curling shots I've ever seen. It literally rendered me speechless, which is, if you know me at all, a very difficult thing to do. Braden Calvert had a double for 5 and was sitting 2 with his last rock in the first end. And he managed to just thin the stone he was trying to double off of, peel out his own 2 stones, and give Sturmay the steal of 1. And it was all Sturmay after that with the 7-4 win. Calvert had a few good ends, but in the end it was Sturmay who were victorious. And we'll take a look at the teams here as we see lead Glenn Venance. This team has been together for the last quad. Second is Chris Kennedy, third Tristan Steinke, and of course the skip is Karsten Sturmay.
Hard, Tristan, hard. Mine's better, still gotta finish a bit. Hard, hard, take it back, hard.
I did that yesterday too.
Sorry, Glenn.
Scamps.
15. I just guessed wrong. I guessed wrong.
And the Braden Calvert team, as I said, from the Deer Lodge Curling Club in Winnipeg. Skip is Braden Calvert, third Kyle Kurz, second Ian McMillan, and lead Robbie Gordon. So you can see the Lucas Vanden Bosch Chiron there. Lucas was originally meant to play second for this tournament, but got injured, unfortunately, so Ian McMillan filling in. And that will skate through the house. So it is Sturmay sitting 1 with the hammer here early. This was something we saw in the ladies' game earlier today between Mackenzie Zacharias and Marla Shearer. Went to an extra end, very close game, but we saw the 2 teams struggle with draw weight a little bit. It's been a little bit quicker so far today. Yesterday, the draw times were running about 14-5 hog to hog, and today they've kind of crept up to around 15. So not too surprising to see Ian McMillan go through the house, as we saw that from the 2 ladies teams earlier today a little bit. Just trying to get a handle on draw weight. Things can always change day to day, and we also might see a little bit of a different feel out on the ice given that there's no other games on the ice right now. So sometimes that can lead the ice to be a little bit different than usual. Just you don't have the heat from all the other players around you. And Ian McMillan just drives that one by, so it's Sturmay lying 2 with the hammer here early on.
Not quite tight. Half tight. Tight already. Line only. Whoa.
For Sturmay, they're coming into this event on a bit of a hot streak. They won the Alberta Tour Championship just a couple weeks ago, sort of an inaugural event for Alberta. And they were winners over Brendan Botcher in the final, so that got them the most points of the year. They actually vaulted up to 23 in the world rankings, so it wouldn't have been that long ago that Alberta 2, Jeremy Hardy, would have been ahead of them in the rankings, but they picked up a great deal of points at that championship that Hardy didn't play in, and so they vaulted ahead of them. So they're ranked 23, Braden Calvert ranked 35, so pretty close in the world rankings are these two squads, as we see Kyle Kurz make a very nice run double there. Kurz struggled a little bit in the TV game yesterday, and I know he was talking to me about that before this game, just was hoping to put on a little bit better of a performance for the people watching at home, and that's a great way to start it right there. But speaking of playing well, Tristan Steinke played absolutely excellent yesterday, especially with the up weight shots. He was making those quite often.
You're overbearing.
And so just looking to come around these center guards here and continue to lie too if they can. This looks like it might be a little deep. Not too bad, splits the T line. Nice shot from Steinke. This will not be the last hurrah for this Karsten Sturmay team, as they're playing in their first Grand Slam event next week, or 2 weeks from now rather, in Olds, Alberta at the Champions Cup. By virtue of winning that Alberta Tour Championship, they got that spot in that tournament, so they'll be playing in their first slam, and then Steinke and Chris Kennedy will be leaving this team for other opportunities next year. Steinke's going to be playing with his brother and his dad on Team Webb, just maybe looking to play a bit of a reduced schedule and keep it all in the family. And Chris Kennedy is going to be joining Kyler Kleibrink in his new rink that he announced just about a week ago on Twitter. So chance here to maybe keep the winning streak going to finish things off as a team for the Sturmay rink. And Kyle Kerr is making a nice shot down to that red one.
Try to get this one thick. You get this one thin, you're fine.
So Karsten just measuring this one up, trying to get the double peel, but just wanting to make sure they don't jam on that red one in the 12-foot.
Plan. Spin it.
And they will do so.
Right.
So nice shot from Steinke to get rid of those two yellows, and it is Sturmay, I believe, still sitting one here. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. Calvert sitting the one. Braden Calvert, of course, two-time Canadian junior champion in 2014 and 2015 with third Kyle Kurz. They missed the playoffs the first time around, but won the world gold in 2015. So Braden Calvert's first here in the first. Just looking to maybe half tuck one around this guard. I believe he said the 12-foot or the 8-foot, just to be a little bit in front of this shot stone. And this is certainly a little heavier than he wanted it. Just doesn't want to set up a double here. That's not too bad, actually, getting to the face of that one.
Yeah, maybe just the nose.
Yeah, or the run.
You'd have enough to kill the 6.
Yeah.
I think that's the shot, just nose, kill the back one. Probably need what? Medium to make sure you got rid of this guy?
Yes.
So Karsten originally maybe thought he was going to be able to get rid of all three of them, but then reconsidered the angles a bit and was just going to try and get rid of the back yellow and the back red and sit right on top of that 7 stone that's in front of the two of them. The rocks are edge on edge, so it's not a gimme takeout. I don't think he's throwing an absolute blast here. So our first look at Karsten Sturmay out of the Saville Sports Center in Edmonton.
Chris,
Really hard, Chris.
hard, Chris.
Got to get to the nose of this one.
You got it, bud. You got it. Keep
Chris
going.
Kennedy trying to bring it over.
Keep going.
And doesn't quite get to the nose, but gets pretty darn close. It is still Calvert sitting one without hammer. And this exact call is why Karsten wanted to get directly to the nose, as this slight stagger here is going to give Braden Calvert a chance to maybe tuck a piece around and be difficult for Sturmay to score. So final stone here for Braden Calvert in the first. Trying to dial up that draw weight. He's already lying one, looking to lie a second and put the pressure on Karsten Sturmay here.
Just the line, yep. Yep. Hard line. Hard! Hard! Hard!
Needs to get it around this top red.
Keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Go, 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 go.
And it's just a little bit light from Braden Calvert, and so looks like there might be a chance for Karsten Sturmay to get 3 potentially here.
I think so, yeah. I don't think this is ever squirting.
So just look to run this yellow onto the red, onto the yellow, and get rid of both yellows and keep both reds in play for a score of 3. Big opportunity here for Sturmay early on.
Smidgen less.
Last?
Yeah.
Final stone, chance for 3 for Karsten Sturmay.
Hard! Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And Sturmay will make no mistake. So put 3 on the board for Karsten Sturmay. Fantastic opening end once again for them. They'll take an early 3-0 lead. We'll get our first look at Braden Calvert with the hammer. When we come back, you're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West. Welcome back to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and the Nutana Curling Club, home of the SGI Canada Best of the West, and just another final shot gone wrong for Braden Calvert here. We saw it yesterday in the first end where had a chance for 5 and ended up giving a steal of 1, and in this first end had a chance with his second one to really put some pressure on Karsten Sturmay. If he got it in a particular position, he might have even guaranteed himself a steal, but unfortunately comes up a little bit light and Karsten Sturmay makes him pay, and so it is an early 3-0 lead for the Albertans. Over on the ladies' side of things, it is all BC and Manitoba. And Braden Calvert trying to make it the same over on the men's side. On the ladies' side, Kayla McMillan will be playing Beth Peterson, and Corinne Brown will be playing Mackenzie Zacharias. We will have the McMillan-Peterson game for you live at 8:30 p.m. local time. And then over on the men's side, we've got Tyler Tardy against Colton Lott, another BC-Manitoba matchup.
Everybody 8 foot. Mine's good.
And the winner of this game will go on to play Rylan Kleider. So
Mine's great.
Kleider, the lone Saskatchewan team, making it through to the next phase of the competition. And
Finish hard, hard, finish hard.
Sturmay trying to be the only Alberta team to make it through as well. In fours play, I should say. The Alberta men's doubles team is currently undefeated and will be in the final tomorrow against Saskatchewan. On the ladies' side, it'll be Alberta as well. Kelsey Rock and Danielle Schmiemann playing against Sierra Fisher and Taylor Reese-Hansen of BC. So good start for both teams to this end. Glenn Venance getting both of his rocks in the right spot, and Karsten Sturmay looking to put a capper on it, and Rob Gordon making both of his corner guards. We saw yesterday in the matchup between both of these teams lots of rocks in play. It was made for a real roller coaster of a game. Lots of big numbers on the board and shots for big scores, and I'm sure this 3-0 lead is not exactly safe here for Karsten Sturmay.
Call Glenn. Shot, Chris.
So Chris Kennedy makes the guard, and Braden Calvert is going to try to rip it off here.
Yeah, I just don't think we save our shooters. Yep.
And Ian McMillan gets rid of all 3 reds and leaves the guard right there. Fantastic shot from the Manitoba second. Another look at it there. Excellent run back. So Chris Kennedy going to attempt to come around the guard out front.
Top 12.
Mine's good.
Top 12.
Mine's good.
Weight's pretty good. Top 8.
Up, hard, hard,
Top 8.
hard,
Weight's good.
hard. Gotta go.
Top 8.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
So Steinke and Venance do manage to get it around that center guard, but it's pretty high up in the house.
Yeah, this thing control. Okay. Sure.
So McMillan going to attempt another run back. Would love to hit this yellow one right on the nose.
Yeah. Go. Yep, yep, yep. Beauty. Oh boy.
And that's a great pair of rocks from Ian McMillan.
I like that.
So makes a triple with his first one and then a quiet weight tap back with his second, showing he's a man of many talents, Ian McMillan. So Tristan Steinke going to attempt to run this back and make the double.
Hard. Whoa.
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 No, no, no.
No, no, no.
And it just will not quite curl in time. So Calvert sitting one with the hammer here.
Do a back tee. Back tee. Back tee, back four. Kick. Yep.
Both these teams also in the pre-trials to try to get into the Olympic trials, where both missed the playoffs. But obviously, two teams very familiar with each other.
Didn't add much. Didn't add any. Yeah, it's running like it's hot. Looks hot. Digging. It's digging. Line's fine. Line's fine. Be back here. Yeah, gotta curl. Gotta curl. Gotta curl. Hard. Go, go, go. Gotta curl. Gotta curl.
And Kyle Kurz makes no mistake. So it is Calvert lying two with the hammer here in the second. They'd love to get a two here, get themselves back in the game after giving up that opening end three.
It's almost a nose.
Aren't they just gonna send another one?
If you roll the center, he comes around this way, right?
Yeah, I just
You know
they could
that-
also
really
come
do that.
around that one.
Yeah, and then I send that screaming back. He has rocks grouped at least.
Okay, yeah, probably just nose it then. Or a hair flock to choke that down, yeah. Okay.
Easy.
So just a nose hit here for Steinke.
Hard, hard, hard. Hard. Hard, right up, hard. Hard. Hard, right up, hard.
And that will roll just a little bit.
Good sweep.
So just looking to split the rings here with where that Steinke rock rolled to. It's just barely fully in the house. So this is an opportunity for Calvert to split the house with both rocks behind guards.
Hard! Hard line! Hard!
Got to get this one by.
Go! Gotta go! Oh, oh.
And they do. Now they need it to slow down. And it will stop in time to be second shot. So a couple nice draws from Kyle Kurz, and it's Calvert sitting two.
Yeah, I think so. Probably, yeah, it's a hack.
It's gonna curl hard at the end because it's like this stuff is really hard because it's fresh. So keep that in mind.
Okay.
I think this is gonna curl, especially at the end. Like this stuffed up really hard. One coming tap, but they're gonna be trouble.
So Karsten Sturmay attempting, you can see there, he can't quite see half of that yellow stone, so going to have to navigate the corner guard here. This needs to curl.
Hard, Chris.
Chris Kennedy trying to bring it over.
No roll.
And he will. Can they get behind the center? Not quite. So nice shot from Karsten Sturmay, but will be available for Braden Calvert here to make a little hit and roll. 3 still not out of the question for Calvert here if he can roll this into a good spot. That clattering you hear beside me is Kelsey Rock not knowing how to carry a chair.
It's not very good to know that. Yeah, it should go in there. How's the weight over here? A little suspect? Yeah. Okay.
So first stone here for Braden Calvert.
Yep. Hard!
Would love a little inside roll here. Has to get by that top one though. Can Robbie Gordon hold it? He can't. Just the wrong side of the inch again for Braden Calvert. It's been the story of the early game so far.
Not the same speed as earlier.
And now an opportunity here for Karsten Sturmay to potentially put the pressure on for a steal. So Karsten Sturmay looking for what we call a Christmas tree here. Would love to just be in the top 8, maybe half in the top 4 and staggered so that the Red Rocks are almost in a diagonal line so that Calvert won't have the option to take them all out and will likely have to try to draw for his single point.
You're big, if anything.
Room.
Line's fine.
No, line's good. Close line.
Hard.
No, line's good. Line's great.
Line's great.
I think if you're Sturmay, you just want Calvert to probably be drawing his last one, so you just want to make sure you're not too deep. And that's a pretty good spot for that one. Nice rock from Karsten Sturmay, and so it will be a draw to the button for Braden Calvert.
Be a little chaff. What'd you get on it? I get it. Good speed then?
So Calvert was a little shy on his draw last end. He's going to need to be there for this one. Needs a piece of the button. Facing 2, final stone.
Okay, line's good. It's always Rob. Put a T line.
Hard line.
Yep, line. Yep, hard line. Hard line. Hard line. Hard.
Got to get it by this red one.
Hard, keep going. Go.
So doesn't quite have the line, but it will outcount that back one. But A big steal of one for Karsten Sturmay here in the second, and he's going to take a 4-0 lead into the third. Manitoba will have the hammer when we come back. You're watching the SGI Best of the West.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high-quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Saskatchewan, you know SaskTel because we're everywhere. Because being everywhere keeps us connected to you. With SaskTel sponsorships, we get to be part of your community. We're here with you, and we're here for you. It's easy to get started. All you need to do is apply. SaskTel cares. Always has, always will. To apply for sponsorship, visit sastel.com/sponsorships.
Welcome back, curling fans. Continuing coverage of the SGI Canada Best of the West. Sorry, it took me a second to get back on the mic. I was eating a Kit Kat. But here I am, ready to rock, and Karsten Sturmay's been ready to rock so far. Out to an early 4-0 lead over Braden Calvert. That end was actually shaping up pretty nicely for Braden Calvert, in control for a lot of that second end, but a key miss on his first stone allowed Karsten Sturmay to put the pressure on, and put the pressure on he did. Big steal of one, so gonna need to try and claw their way back into this game, will the team from Winnipeg.
Line's good.
Still a little light. Tight.
Tight if you're light. Hard. Line. Hard. Hard line. Hard. Curl, 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 curl. Hard curl. Curl, 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 curl.
Not bad.
Talked about it on the earlier broadcast with Sturmay playing Calvert, but Sturmay playing one of the busiest schedules on tour this year, 12 events. Truly a wild schedule that this commentator would have never dreamed of when he was playing competitive curling, but certainly a dedicated squad, this Sturmay team. As I said earlier, they won the Alberta Tour Championship just a couple weeks ago. They also made the finals in Morris and Leduc. And looking to make the semifinals here at the Best of the West.
Yeah.
And they've got two staggered, so going to try and come around those here is Chris Kennedy. Robbie Gordon doing his job and getting the corner guards up.
Top 8.
Line's good.
Top 12. A little light.
Yep. Hard.
Top 8.
Hard.
Top 8.
Hard. 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 Line's perfect. Hard.
Now.
Finish. Hard.
Very nice shot there from Chris Kennedy. And it is Sturmay lying two without the hammer here in the third. Calvert's had a solid year on tour as well, winning the Atkins Supplies Curling Classic at the Assiniboine Club, beating Rich Ruinen in the final there. Also made the finals at the Mother Club Classic and the semifinals out in Halifax at the Mayflower. So solid year for them as well. They just missed the playoffs at the Manitoba Provincials, losing the A final to Mike McEwen, the B final to Ryan Wiebe.
Go, ref. Corner, do you think is better? Probably that one, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, can you get more cups?
Glenn. Hard, Glenn. Hard, Glenn. Shooter. Go, 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 go.
And they will peel the corner. As far as provincials goes for Sturmay, they made the playoffs at the provincials, but lost the 3-4 game to Jeremy Hardy.
Like to go a bit.
Yeah, I think you can.
Weight's
Yep.
not bad.
Yep. Line.
Okay, line only right now. Weight's
Hard.
good. Top feet.
And that shot from Ian McMillan will rack. So it's still Sturmay lying one without hammer here and leading by 4.
Still think you hit it. Nose is good. Hair flop in. I think so. Even nose isn't bad. I like the intern.
Medium?
Yeah. Clean.
Off. Yep, hard. Whoa. Yes. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa.
Great shot.
Really good shot from Tristan Steinke. Gets rid of that corner guard and rolls to stagger these two center guards.
Do we try to hack the top red and roll behind the corner?
Yeah, that's good too.
I like that. Sort of that, I think. Yeah.
Yep. Hack.
Hack weight, yeah, I like that.
Really hard.
Gotta go.
So Kyle Kerr is looking for a hack weight on this red guard and rolling behind the corner. This is really curling though.
Hard!
Whoa,
Keep
whoa.
going!
Yep. Hard.
Will that one stick around? It will not. So they ended up getting what they wanted
I think so, yeah.
the opposite way, but
Free bullet.
I think so. Like, you do have that, but
Yeah, I'm kind of torn. Up 4. Yeah, probably air on this side, hey? Just don't want to let him move with the out turn. I don't think they have anything with the in. Like, just touch the center line?
Yeah.
High half?
yeah, I have. Just got to line them up.
Okay. Like 15?
so there was a little bit of talk of maybe running that red guard on the outside into the yellow one in the house, but the yellow one not really causing them any distress at this point when you've already got a rock fully guarded.
Early.
And so quick decision to put a double guard on it, but this one is really curling.
Gotta go early. Over and off.
Tristan Steinke maybe acting like it picked or hit a flat spot or something. I think it's
That grabbed early.
just about settled into a decent place, but unfortunately now for Karsten Sturmay, an opportunity here. If Kyle Kurz can make this hit and roll, that's going to be a pretty lonely red in the house. That was the one drawback of Sturmay not chasing that yellow one in the 12-foot. Had to make the guard good.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Oh.
yep,
Yep. Hard.
yep. Hard!
Hard, Rob. Hard.
Hard!
This one is also curling a mile. And so it will just sit right there. Neither team really able to figure out this out-turn path.
Take that away.
Got the run.
Yeah. Do you play that?
There's no guarantee to make the contact.
Okay. Okay.
We're worst case scenario, he makes a run for 2 and we're up.
Yeah, yeah, sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's worth it, Karsten. You like any more? Okay.
So again, same discussion here. Karsten Sturmay could again hit that red corner guard and try to get rid of that yellow that's in the house and just lie 2, but if you do that, then Braden Calvert has a fairly easy run back to lie 1 buried and might look at giving up. You might look at giving up 2. So this way, it's a potential chance to get another steal for Karsten Sturmay by putting a capper on this one.
I didn't extend much.
Line's good.
Still think you're big.
It's gonna track a lot nicer, guys. Right here. Well, line's good. Line's good. Line's good. It's a finish, if anything, but you got to keep it high. Okay, whoa. I think just stop. Yeah. Stops, we're good. Sit, 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 sit. Okay, good job, guys.
And that went a little further than Karsten Sturmay would have liked.
They're gonna jam it over? Come look at this. I just don't know if it's gonna drag it or not. I know. It's like in that in-between range, right? Come look at this, Rob. See if you think it's gonna drag or not. Yeah, it's like right on that.
Probably even 8.
Right on the max, like.
So just trying to decide if they hit this red one, if it
I think maybe hit it.
will knock the yellow back onto the red, or if the drag effect will pull it by the red stone in the house. The rocks are pretty separated, so the drag effect shouldn't be too dramatic.
Probably drawing this way, because it's gonna still be buried. Yeah, sure. It's probably just drawing in. Yeah, I know. But it's like right now it's lined up to hit half rock. Like we could play control weight, like just on this angle, and try to kill it and sit here.
2/3.
Half rock.
Half rock.
Yeah, well, just whatever weight to just kill this, right? Good board.
Yeah, I like that.
We're moving 3 rock. Okay, good board. Stick half. Good.
So they're going to do this, but they're just going to play it with board
Yeah.
in an attempt to minimize the drag effect here.
Good board.
Stick half, solid board.
So big shot here for Braden Calvert. They've been chasing all end, and an opportunity here to complete the chase and kill that red stone.
Whoa!
Yep.
No!
Oh.
Yep! Yep!
This is very close.
Hard! Hard!
Can he move it far enough? He cannot. Again, just another one for Calvert, just very close, but not quite where they would have liked that to end up. Just over curled a smidge on them.
You could probably roll with easy if you wanted to.
Yeah, my question is it like, is it that or is it just the draw? And if you freeze to it, it's okay. If you over curl it, it's okay.
I think it's the hit because if we just draw, he can send that into 2. Those hits, of course, right?
So you can see about half of this stone from the home end. So Karsten Sturmay just going to play an easy takeout at it to lie 2 and force Calvert here.
That's close for half.
That was the comment from the front end. Karsten was maybe debating just drawing right in there, but that's more if you really needed to steal. In this situation, up 4-0, you're happy to give up 1 here if you're Sturmay. You just don't want to give up 2. So final stone for Sturmay here in the 3rd.
Clean.
Looking for an easy takeout here to lie two.
Clean.
Yup.
Hard, hard,
Hard.
hard,
Hard.
hard.
This is really curling.
Gotta go.
Can they get enough of it?
Hard on the yellow, hard on the yellow. Go, 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 sit. Jeez.
They'll move it far enough to lie shot, but there might now be a run double for 3.
Do you have any of this red? No?
Not quite a half.
Not enough.
Okay.
We could pick it for 2 maybe.
If you can get to, we need to hit a thin half to a third.
I was thinking of scoring those 2, so it'd be like a peel. No. That or that or 3 or. And, yeah, easy normal.
We gotta spill this one to here. Yeah, we don't have to clip this. We don't really have to clip this too much. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
easy normal.
Normal? Yep.
Yeah.
So they talked about running this one in, but I think you can see enough of it from the hack that you can just throw peel at this and get rid of those 2 reds and score 2.
It doesn't look like I got much of it.
Get in the hack, and if you like it,
Yeah, I'll get in the hack. Yeah, I don't see normal here now. No. Yeah, good control.
control. Okay.
Yeah.
How's that look?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little more.
Okay.
So they're playing control. Might be able to save the shooter if you hit this one in exactly the right spot and score 3. But a tricky shot no matter what. Final stone here for Braden Calvert in the 3rd. Already down 4, looking to score a few.
Whoa! Never.
And this is floating. Will they get enough of it to score 1? They will not. So again, Braden Calvert just not quite as sharp as he'd like to be so far through this game, and Karsten Sturmay will steal another point. They'll take a 5-0 lead into the 4th end. We'll be back right after this.
Simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Welcome back to the Nutana Curling Club here in Saskatoon. John Cullen with you for continuing coverage of the SGI Canada Best of the West Under 30 tournament. And it has been all one-way traffic so far for Karsten Sturmay and Team Alberta. They lead Braden Calvert 5-0. And it hasn't been for a lack of chances. The Calvert rink has had their opportunities throughout the game, and it's just been a few untimely misses that have put the points on the board for Team Sturmay. Yesterday's game was a bit of an up and down affair between these two teams. Sturmay started out strong, and then Calvert had a very strong middle of the game before Sturmay was able to wrest control back in the middle. So, or sorry, at the end rather. So we'll see if Calvert can repeat the feat again today and get themselves back in this game, but
If you want to go.
they're going to need to get a couple points on the board here in the fourth if they want to start making some noise.
Great shot.
Line's good.
Well, Robbie Gordon has shown that he is very good at making corner guards. He's had to throw 6 in a row, and he's made all of them.
Not fun to throw on a guard up 5. I think it's good.
One thing I'm liking about this Team Alberta strategy so far is they're keeping the pedal to the metal. They're not really trying to get too aggressive with peeling guards or just giving Calvert a free 2. Sometimes when teams get up this much, they just say, oh, well, whatever, we can give up 2 and take the hammer back. But Sturmay's been playing really well without the hammer, and they're just continuing to apply pressure on Braden Calvert, make him and Kyle Kurz make some really tough shots, and it's been a very strong game for Alberta, particularly the front end. Glenn Van Nance and Chris Kennedy have gotten the end set up really nicely, where Ian McMillan's having to make run backs every single end, and it's a tough way to live, that's for sure, for this Manitoba team. So this is a familiar shot for McMillan, running a center guard into 2 in the house and trying to keep his out front. We've seen him make it once and miss it once. We'll see what he can do here.
Oh. Yep. Oh.
And he'll get rid of one of them. But Sturmay will continue to sit 2 with the hammer. Sorry, without the hammer, rather.
Yeah. Off.
So Chris Kennedy just looking for a peel here.
Lead.
Good toss.
And makes no mistake, although it does double up that corner guard over on the right-hand side as I'm looking at it. So opportunity maybe here for Braden Calvert, Ian McMillan to get one behind these corner guards.
Line's good.
Okay, it should be there.
Okay. Lots of room. Lots of room.
4.
Really diving now.
I'm tied in the ring.
Still room. Kyle's rock. Yep, go Kyle. Let's go Kyle. Hammer it back here. Go. Hard. Good.
Nice shot from Ian McMillan. Gets that one buried behind the corner.
Big quarter.
Or you try the chase, and if you do that, it's not bad.
Yeah, I think the chase is
Probably the
makeable.
shot.
You get the guard.
Hack.
Throw and hack. Okay.
So you heard from Karsten there. You go after the yellow in the house, and if you don't make it, but you clip the guard and roll the red towards the center, that's not a bad result either. Only bad result here for Tristan Steinke would be to just kiss the red guard.
Hard.
As long as you don't do that, you're good.
Gotta go.
Hard, Glenn.
Hard.
Hard, Glenn.
Hard. Whoa. Chris.
On the top.
Blood. Chris.
So there's that plan B they were talking about.
Good call, Karsten.
So they realized they were on the top, got Chris Kennedy to carve it over so that they didn't do what I was talking about, just kissing the guard. And
Stuff it. It's pretty close for him to do that.
Yeah, can we just roll off that one frozen then, or?
I still like the plan.
You like that?
Which one are we rolling? Like roll our shooter?
Not the control plant?
So Kyle Kerr is going to come down and take a look.
If we hit it at 6 or low, we're gonna block them from coming off that red anyways, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Ian saw a little movement here.
We're gonna wait, Ian?
Control?
Okay.
So they're just going to try to run this one back and hit that red on the nose, try to keep their shooter buried. Or not their shooter, rather, but the rock that they're running back into the house. They'd be lying too if they make it, so key shot here for Kyle Kerrs.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Oh!
Ian.
This needs to curl.
Hard roll.
So it wasn't exactly what they're looking for, but Team Calvert is lying 2.
Third on this guy.
But there will be a chance here for Tristan Steinke to get rid of both of them.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Hard.
Hard.
Chris.
Hard.
And he makes no mistake. And just like that, it is Sturmay once again lying 2 without the hammer.
Yeah.
So Kyle Kerr is just looking to draw here into the back 4. They don't want to leave it too high, then you'd have the easy run back off the red in the top 12 if you're Karsten Sturmay.
Good shot. This should be good for their draw pass. Yeah. Maybe a little bit slower.
Line's good. Little tight. Hard line. Hard line.
Got to get this one by the top. This looks a little light.
Try to line it up.
Yep.
Oh,
Tap it in.
oh.
And that will
That was the most positive throw I've had in a long time.
not going to get it there.
I think anything under curl it and just pop it into here. You never want to touch 10 inch. You know? Here, going back 4 depth, back 8.
So it's Sturmay lying 2 without hammer and shooting. Not a great position to be in if you're Team Manitoba. Sturmay just looking to promote this red rock into the button.
You want back 8 coming in, Karsten?
Yeah, back 4, back 8.
This is the tiebreaker. As we said, the winner moving on to face the only 3-0 men's team in the competition, Ryland Kleider. The semifinals will go tonight at 8:30 local time, which is 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. We hope you'll join us on the Curling Canada and Curling Zone YouTube pages. We'll have a ladies semifinal tilt for you this evening. It'll be Beth Peterson of Manitoba up against Kayla McMillan of BC. McMillan, of course, the BC ladies silver medalists this year.
Curl.
And they've had a nice run here so far at the Best of the West. Should be a great game.
Distance, yes, hard.
Great.
Distance, yes, yes, yes. Chris.
Hard, Chris.
Hard,
Oh.
hard.
And very nice shot from Karsten Sturmay, and they are now lying 3 without hammer and up 5.
That's pretty good. Oh, wait, you need there.
pretty hard to outscore.
You won't be out counting that. I'm thinking more just squeeze the 5 in behind that 6, right?
Yeah. Maybe it's just this.
Yeah, just roll half.
Yeah.
And then squeeze this here.
I don't know. Control. Board. Board.
You're not hitting a lot of this 7.
No.
Right? I think just board. Look good?
Yeah. Board weight. No, the other one. Yeah. Just board.
So Braden Calvert, looking for a board weight run back, needs to just slip it by this redstone that's in the top 12 here. Problem here for Calvert is even if he makes it good, be a fairly easy run back for Sturmay.
Close. Yep.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. Okay.
So once again, just not quite for Team Manitoba, and chance for Sturmay to get rid of that yellow and force Calvert to 1.
Oh yeah.
So final stone here for Karsten Sturmay, just looking to get rid of this yellow shooter. Got to get by those guards though, and he will make no mistake. So yet another great shot for Karsten Sturmay, and Braden Calvert once again drawing against a few.
Nice one.
The Manitoba team just on the wrong side of it all afternoon so far. So Braden Calvert just needs a piece of the 8-foot here, facing 3. Final stone here in the 4th end.
Line's good. Okay. Okay, line's good. Not curling yet. Starting to move now. Starting to move. Okay, take a look, take a look.
And Calvert makes no mistake, so the team from Manitoba will finally get on the board, but Karsten Sturmay will take a 4-point lead and the hammer into the 5th end. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll see you back here right after this.
Our roots might be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. High Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
Hi, I'm Mike Squires, and I invite you to come down to SMP and see why we're Saskatchewan's #1 Chevrolet dealer. We've been serving Saskatoon and surrounding areas for over 50 years. With over 400 new and used vehicles on the lot, SMP will have the vehicle you're looking for. We also have an amazing staff with hundreds of years of combined experience in sales, service, collision repair to help you with all your automotive needs. Come visit us at 715 Circle Drive East or online at smtchev.ca.
When you buy a lottery ticket in Saskatchewan, your money really goes a long way. More than 12,000 sport, culture, and recreation groups receive funding from Sask Lotteries every year.
Hello, curling fans. Welcome back to continuing coverage of the SGI Canada Best of the West. John Cullen with you, covering this tiebreaker game between Team Alberta 1, Karsten Sturmay, and Team Manitoba 2, Braden Calvert. And it has been all Alberta all the time so far. They lead 5-1 after the fourth end break. These two teams had a pretty evenly matched game yesterday, but today it's just been a case of Braden Calvert with a few key misses, and really this Team Alberta team just firing on all cylinders here. They've really been full value for their lead, making a ton of shots and putting a lot of pressure on this Manitoba team. But we'll see if maybe that single point from Calvert in the fourth can spark a bit of a turnaround for them.
Hard. Hard. You gotta go. Hard. Hard. Where are we?
You don't want to leave a tight spot, right?
And Glenn Vanant's coming up a little short on his attempt to get two in the house here. So this might be just a little glimmer of an opening for Team Calvert, which they really haven't had so far.
What's that? Yeah, out there.
Top four.
Lots of room. Lots of room, guys.
Weight's pretty good.
Full four weight. Full four weight.
Go here.
Welder on, boys.
So nice shot there from Ian McMillan, but it continues to be Sturmay lying one.
Actually? Oh.
We missed it.
So we'll see if Chris Kennedy can get this pile of guards moving here.
Hard. Hard. Gotta go. Hard.
And he will move them, but maybe not enough. Still quite a bit of granite out front of the house.
So.
Yeah, Jimmy. I'll be sharp with it.
Okay. Are we wanting to tap it or just?
I think just straight freeze right now.
Yeah.
So Ian McMillan will look to freeze on the shot stone here.
Okay. Line's nice. Just full four, boys. Hey, guard.
Okay. Halfway.
And McMillan pulls the string a little bit there. We saw Glenn Vanance do the same thing in that spot, so possible that they just haven't played that spot enough yet.
Jiggle off the back. Yeah, you're looking for a lot of speed and as thin to the one as you can. Like obviously you got to hit the center one first, but thinner's better.
Is the key here. I think you want to move to center, so I like it.
So Chris Kennedy will try to run this guard back into the house and double off the yellow counter.
Hard.
bud.
Hard!
Push it back. Push it back.
Hard!
Push it back. Come on. Come on.
Okay, never mind. My apologies. Went for the double peel instead and then was trying to roll the red through the hole into the house. Didn't quite make it into the house, but did get rid of both the yellows, so nice shot there from Kennedy.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight hole to get through. Gotta go like back 8?
Yeah. I think it's back 8.
Back 4, yeah, back 4, back 8.
You're guessing with me, like here?
I think it's going to warp off this side.
Yeah?
If you're throwing middle 8, I think that easily gets the side to warp.
Okay, how much weight am I throwing?
You're in better system.
Okay.
Throw like here.
And throw the, yeah.
Throw it here on the hit path.
Okay. Okay.
How much? Whoa. Close. Yep. Hard. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
So Kyle Kerr is attempting to come through the hole here and tap this yellow one up.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard. You gotta go. Hard.
Nice shot there from Kyle Kurz. Maybe didn't move the yellow quite as much as they wanted to, but still a good shot, although Sturmay remains the shot stone.
No.
Yeah, I do. It's probably, you might not get it out, but
Your other option is you send the yellow screaming into one of them. It's probably the shot.
Like if we play up the top,
yeah.
It's impossible to jam it on the red.
Yeah, I think you like the slash, Karsten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's impossible to jam it on the red.
Pick half?
No, you're looking for like 3/4.
Okay.
So just going to try and run this yellow corner guard and get rid of one of the yellows in the house. Probably doesn't matter which one they get rid of.
Hard.
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 Hard. Hard.
And they will get rid of the closer one. So nice shot there from Tristan Steinke.
Yeah.
Back line.
But a chance now here for Kyle Kurz to maybe hit this red and get underneath and lie 3.
You like there?
Yep. So like close to no bumper.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Close.
Rob.
Rob.
Robbie Gordon trying to bring this one over. This is just not curling as much as they wanted it to. So they will hit it just off nose. So chance for Sturmay to get rid of 2 of these yellows, mitigate the threat.
Glenn. Glenn.
Tristan does not like it.
Hard, Glenn.
And just gets enough of both of those yellows. You could see as soon as Tristan Steinke let it go, the look on his face. He thought he might have missed it, but you can see just gets enough of that back yellow to get it out of the house. So Calvert lying 1 buried without hammer. Chance now to put some pressure on.
Like. Yeah, like.
I threw like T-line on a good pass.
Like like kind of that roll. Add like 4 to 6 feet onto that one. Sure.
So first stone here for Braden Calvert in the 5th. Already lying 1, looking to make that a pair.
Line's good, got room, lots of room, lots of room. Lots of room, Rob. Hard Rob, hard Rob, hard Rob, hard Rob. Starting to go, starting to go. Hard, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Rob. Go, 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 go.
Nice sweep there from McMillan and Gordon, but that rock is almost fully exposed. Sturmay could choose to go after it, or he could just run this red back and try to make the double. That seems to be what he's decided. If you're Sturmay, the key here is you got to get at least one of these. You just can't completely run it by the 2 yellows. If you do that, then Calvert will have a very good chance of stealing. So Karsten Sturmay under a little pressure for the first time in this game, looking to make a run back double.
No! Oh, no!
And so he does get one of them. So that'll work. Although that Calvert rock, as you can see there on the overhead, is in a really, really good position right on the top button. So if Calvert can make a good guard here, it will be tough for Sturmay to score. He'll likely have to try some sort of run back.
Tight guard, yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah. Tight guard.
So line is the key here for Braden Calvert.
Okay, line's okay.
Looking to guard
Line's
this
okay.
rock in the house.
Okay, gotta move then. Gotta curl. Gotta curl a mile. You gotta go, Rob.
Hard!
You really gotta go.
And it just didn't quite have the weight or the line. And it's been one of those afternoons for Team Manitoba. So Karsten Sturmay will have a chance to blank, and he'll be all too happy to keep a 4-point lead in the hammer. So final stone for Karsten Sturmay, just needs to make this Calvert one go away.
Hard. Clean.
And he will make no mistake. So we'll put a couple zeros up on the board for the first time this game, and Karsten Sturmay will have the hammer and a 4-point lead when we come back. You're watching the SGI Canada Best of the West.
Be simple, but our methods are far from it. Canadian dairy farmers proudly meet some of the most stringent standards in the world, including the 42 food safety requirements set by our national quality program. We do it by working hard and by ensuring that every cow is monitored every day so that we can bring you high quality milk. Canadian standards. That's dairy farming forward.
When BC went 0-12 and Aaron Watson was curling.
Room right now. Really curling. Line's good. Play the weight. Just play the weight. Play the weight.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to this game. I'm John Cullen. I'm here with you, enjoying this great tiebreaker action. The SGI Canada Best of the West. Team Alberta against Team Manitoba, and it has been one of those afternoons for Team Manitoba, just struggling to get their rocks in the right spots. While everybody except for Robbie Gordon, he's curling 100.
Really cutting now.
But it's been all Sturmay all the time, up 5-1 here and with the hammer in the 6th end. Just completely in control for most of this one. Again, the winner of this game will move on to face Rylan Kleider in Saskatchewan 1 in the semifinal tonight at 8:30.
Copy.
And we will be back with you once again at 8:30 tonight. Kayla McMillan of BC will be facing off against Beth Peterson of Manitoba.
Hard.
I'll be here with you on the call, and it'll be my 3rd game of the day, so you never know. Could be my full descent into madness.
Good call.
Yeah.
So Sturmay lying 2, but they're both behind the tee line, so perhaps a chance here for Ian McMillan and Team Calvert to get something going.
I think we always keep moving. Okay, line's good. You can wait on this one. Yeah.
So big shot here for Ian McMillan would help get Team Manitoba set up a little bit here without the hammer, but it looks like he's a little bit heavy.
Coming in nice.
And he will chop off that red one, but rolls in front of the other one, so not a bad setup here for Team Manitoba.
Intern. It's the single, it's fine.
So Chris Kennedy looking for a double peel here, and just over curls a little bit.
Good girl.
So just gets rid of the one, and it's still Calvert lying 1 here.
You like that now? I guess so. Yeah.
Play the end if you want.
I actually like the end better too. Thank you.
So another opportunity here for Ian McMillan to get one into a scoring position.
Hey, room. Barely room though. Still room. Line's perfect.
Yep.
Really digging. Keep her going. Keep her going. Good.
Nice shot there from Ian McMillan, and it is Braden Calvert sitting 2 without the hammer. We saw this last end from Calvert, had a nice setup, but the hitting prowess of Team Sturmay helping them into a blank situation. We'll see if they can do that again here. Chris Kennedy. I'd love to make contact with one of the yellows in the house. This is really curling. Yeah, it looked like it grabbed to me too. Karsten Sturmay saying that, and did seem like that happened about halfway down, maybe hit a little flat spot. So Calvert once again set up pretty well without the hammer.
Pretty positive with it.
Kyle Kerrs just looking to replace that center guard.
Mine's a sliver tight.
Yours slow down pretty good, you.
Mine's good. Mine's good. Mine's perfect.
Got a curl.
Yep.
Got a curl.
Curl.
Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Good.
And nice shot there from Kerrs. Gets a round of applause from his wife's team, Beth Peterson, as they're watching on from the sheet-side lounge. So another chance here for Team Alberta. Try to get rid of at least one of these in the house.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Yes. Hard.
Can he get both? Oh, he cannot.
Good shot. Sorry, bud.
And that actually rolled those Calvert stones into a much better position for Manitoba.
I'm not kidding. Like I split.
They now have one frozen, and they're both behind cover. So unfortunate, really well thrown stone by Tristan Steinke. Just hit the rocks in the house in probably the worst possible spot.
Right, we guard. They try that and miss it, then we think a third one in there afterwards, right?
Yeah, might be
I don't think they're ever trying on the next one.
Like, where do you like the guard?
Here.
Just hope he doesn't make the triple. Yeah. Other option is like.
Yeah, that's not bad too. That's not bad. If we go to the ice for that, then do it. I don't mind it.
Real light.
Yeah. Okay. This T-line.
So they decided to come in the house. They were talking about potentially guarding, but their worry if they center guarded was that Sturmay could run it in and get all three of the yellows out, or that they could play the angle run back and get the two yellows out in the house that way. So their thought here, coming in the house, it's almost like an in-house guard. You help save your rock that's in the back forefoot by putting another one in here. And as we heard Braden Calvert say, if Kerrs comes up a little bit light, well, then they just make the guard they were going to call anyway. So lots of good can come from this shot for Team Manitoba.
Looks like a lot. Yep.
A little tight though.
Hard. Whoa.
This looks a little heavy.
Yep. Hard.
Should come down over the center line though. And nice shot there from Kyle Kerrs. And it is Manitoba lying 3. So this is a big shot here for Tristan Steinke. Want to make sure you get rid of at least one of these yellows with this one.
Hard. Whoa. Yes. Hard.
Shot.
And he will get rid of one of the yellows. So continues to be Calvert lying 2, and if you're Karsten Sturmay, you're starting to perhaps run out of time here to make your situation any better.
Yep.
Braden Calvert can draw one right in here, and it's going to start to look a little dodgy if you're Team Alberta.
Top 4 ideally. Okay. Quite a bit. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hair light isn't horrible here either. Oh yeah?
How much?
I don't think it's bad.
So first rock here in the 6th for Braden
Line's
Calvert. Already
Line's
lying
good.
2, looking to increase the pain.
Fight the 4. Keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going.
This looks a little bit light. That's not a bad spot either. That's exactly what they were talking about on Kyle Kerr's last one.
I really like that.
This will force Sturmay to draw here. So it's a big shot here for Sturmay. If he's light at all, then there'll be quite a few guards up, and Calvert would likely have a chance to lie 3. So he'll want to be close here. Haven't seen Karsten throw a draw for a while either. So we'll see if he's still dialed into draw weight here. First stone for him here in the 6th.
You feel a little big. I'd stay off that early.
Line's good. Little room. Room. Oh. Oh. Right here.
Yeah, right here.
Make sure. Make sure. Hard, hard, hard. Hard.
You gotta go.
Hard.
You got shots? 14-6.
So it looked like the sweepers might have lost that one a little bit, but it is out counting the yellow one in the back of the forefoot. So it's Calvert lying 1 here. Sometimes when you don't have the other games out here, the ice can get a little bit fudgy. And it does seem like the draws are slowing down out there right now.
If we hit it, it's over high, the red will stick buried. So you hit it here high, stick it there, this will be dead buried. Those really good. Yeah, might put that, right? I think that might be played.
Okay, so what they're talking about here, and I'll telestrate this if we get the angle. I need to see the guard, though, if we're telestrating
Yellow
here.
goes like this, right? So it'll be buried behind the red.
So I don't know if I can get that angle, but basically they're trying to hit the red guard onto the. Yeah, we don't really have it from the top of the house, so they're trying to run the red guard onto the yellow guard in the top of the rings. Telestrating from this angle is not great, but they're trying to hit this here onto this red one, and their thought is that where this red one will hit this yellow one, it'll actually roll to here. So they'll be lying 3 yellows buried.
No, normal's fine.
So that's the plan.
Good. Yeah.
So big shot here for Braden Calvert. Either to get back in the game or potentially give Sturmay an opening to finish it. It is close. It is close.
Are you? Let's go.
And you could hear the O's from the crowd beside me. Just so close for Braden Calvert. Just nicks his top red, takes out his own from being shot stone.
Yeah, I just.
And it'll be a draw for two for Karsten Sturmay.
Yeah, on this one.
Or a chop for two. He's got a few different options to score here.
With the intern? Pardon?
So close from Braden Calvert. What a great try.
I think you just want that same line. You can take a little bit left to get there.
Like there, Karsten?
I agree with you. If we don't get them.
I think if you come to the face, it'll be close.
So final stone here in the 6th for Karsten Sturmay. Needs to hit half of the 4-foot for two.
Okay, line's a little tight. No, line's good, line's good.
Line's good.
Chris, if you can. Chris, if you can. Hard, guys. Hard, guys. Hard, 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 hard. You got it, you got it, you got it.
And Karsten Sturmay will make no mistake, so put 2 on the board and put a W on the board for Alberta 1. Karsten Sturmay will move on to the semifinal. He will be playing Ryland Kleider later tonight. We'll be back tonight with Kayla McMillan against Beth Peterson. For everyone here, I'm John Cullen. We'll see you back here in a couple hours. Goodbye.